Okay, so after last night's Hell in a sorry, TLC, man's pay-per-views start to run together after a while. We had the Slammies. I'm not going to cover those because let's be honest, they really don't matter for much. I think Ryback won like the hashtag award, the upcoming superstar of the year, whatever sort of random bizarre awards. Now, of course, most of the matches end up being really short. Tensai continued his run of jobbing and jobbed to Kofi. They continued the three-man band taking on The Miz, the partial face turn Alberto Del Rio, and local legend. This time Tommy Dreamer. And of course, they're going to defeat the three-man band. The Great Khali defeated David Otunga. Mysterio took on Sandow. Decent match. Nice back and forth. Sandow got pinned, so Mysterio won. Sin Cara later on took on Cody. Nice back and forth. Cody seems to know how to work with these luchadors in a very, very great manner. And Cody hits Crossroads, gets a pinfall on Sin Cara. So those two had a nice, back and forth. There was a surprise return. The Nature Boy made his return to do the Superstar of the Year award. Of course, it's John Cena because these votes are rigged. John Cena says he doesn't deserve it, gives it over to Flair. Flair has an altercation with a one-legged CM Punk, which then leads to the Shield coming down, which leads to Team Hell No coming down, which leads to Ryback coming down, which leads just an absolute, complete and utter melee. Okay, good stuff. Great to see Flair back. Still took a decent amount of punishment for a man of his age. The Rock won an award, but couldn't be reached by anything. He might have did a tweet about it, who knows. All the else we have in the way of ridiculously short matches. Brodus Clay took on JTG and destroyed him, just like he should. Cesaro took on Ryback. Ryback won by countout. Seemed kind of bizarre to put these two guys in a match. Ryback being part of the team that lost at TLC, taking on Cesaro. They both had tremendous futures. I think Cesaro is probably going to have more of the slow burn to him, where Ryback is going to have more of kind of the Sheamus sort of thing, where he's going to explode into the scene, become main event, probably get relegated to being like upper mid card for a while, and then reignite his launch when he goes to SmackDown. Sheamus congratulated Big Show on his victory last night, and then kind of laid out Sheamus, leading to Ziggler cashing in his Money in the Bank. Not quite because John Cena beats the crap out of him, not allowing him to fully cash it in. Okay. So what ends up being one of our big main events? AJ and Dolph Ziggler. Don't sound confused, AJ heel turned last night and cost John Cena the match. So AJ and Ziggler versus Vicky and Cena. Ziggler and Cena, as always, beautiful stuff. Great stuff in the ring. Vicky and AJ, it's kind of the same thing we've kind of seen, AJ tackles Vicky, they kind of trade blows back and forth, nothing really substantial happens. AJ then left and comes down to the ring with, I want to say, he's Big E Langston. This is an absolutely massive guy. And everyone's kind of confused. John Cena ends up winning by DQ. Cena's confused, Ziggler's confused, I'm confused. It seems weird to have AJ turn heel and more or less go back to being the absolute crazy chick and be like, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Is she siding with Ziggler? Will she be the person who finally breaks Ziggler and Vicky so Dolph can make it on his own and become, ironically, probably the new face in the WWE? Even though he's booked as a heel, ironically, he gets ridiculous face pop because he's great in the ring. All in all, I wish they wouldn't have had the Slammies in there. Because when you have the Slammies, you put a lot of time to that, and it does decrease what you can get in your matches. I have read that they want to try to do more in the way of match work. And for the past couple of weeks, they've done a decent job in putting in more matches. With the Slammies, yeah, they get to bring back some older guys, get some decent pop every now and then. The New Age Outlaws showed up again. Beautiful to see Ric Flair return. Decent episode of Raw. I do think going forward, they threw out a lot more questions than they actually answered. It'll be unique to see what's happening with the Shield now. Are they just going to continue to randomly attack people? Who exactly is behind the Shield? They kept on mentioning the Shield will bring the sword. Maybe people think it's going to be Lesnar giving the sword tattoo. Then some people went, man, it'd be awesome if Flair is behind the Shield. So, lots of great things going forward. I think next year is going to be a really solid year for the E. Because logically, they've only got 2 more shows before we're into 2013, which is looking to be an absolutely fantastic year for Raw.